I'm Sankey, and I'm from Toronto, Canada. I think like a lot of illusionists, I'm a bit disillusioned. And I find that one of the best ways for me to get in touch with, wonder and mystery and all that is teaching magic. If we don't share the real secrets with anybody, magic will be dead in a generation. And so that's when I really started producing instructional videos for my magic fans all over the world. I've also been really influenced by the surreal artists. People like Magritte, Banksy, Salvador Dali. I think it would be great if everybody who watches this show ultimately is inspired to learn more about the art and science of magic. I also hope I don't die on stage.
Will you please welcome Mr. Sankey.
Thank you so much, thank you. What a treat to be here. Good evening. My name is Sankey, and I've been lucky enough to be performing and creating magic for more than 30 years. And people often ask me, what are the influences behind the tricks? Where do I get my inspiration? And I get it from everywhere. But one thing that has inspired a lot of my illusions over the years is the real magic of fire. I love fire. I love the way it looks, love the way it smells, the way it tastes, maybe not so much. I learned that the hard way once. But fire can do so many really cool things. Here's a very simple example. We know that off the flame comes heat. And with heat, if I hold the pack over it, watch what happens. Just a little bit, a card will float right up out of the pack. Now, that's just a very simple example. Let's up the ante here. We're gonna go from cards and cardboard to something to metal. And for this, I'm gonna be using a stapler, or as we call it in Canada, a lethal weapon. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this in just a second. Now, how many people here, show of hands, how many people have ever seen, maybe in an old movie, a set table with a tablecloth and forks and knives and spoons and everything, and somebody yanks out the tablecloth and everything stays on? How many people? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna try to do that now in a very kind of down-to-earth way. But instead of a tablecloth, I'm gonna use a couple of cards. The cards I'm gonna use are gonna be the 7 of hearts, okay? And I'm gonna use the Queen of clubs. I'm also gonna use a dollar bill, all right? A dollar bill here. Now, I'm gonna put the dollar bill between the 2 cards, and I'm gonna do this very slowly, because I know magicians have a way of moving very quickly, and it's suspicious. I want you to see the bill is truly between the 2, okay? To make it now, of course, if I tried to pull the dollar bill out from between the 2, it'd be easy now. But if I take the stapler and put a staple between all 3, now it's gonna be a lot harder. Jonathan, would you come over for a second? And if you can come on my right side, please. I think you're gonna find it a slightly better view. Thank you so much. Okay. I know the people at the back, they can see everything, but of course they can't see the staple. So I'm gonna have you help me out here. Would you please feel the staple? Is that a real staple?
That is a real staple.
Okay, now watch. A little heat. This is, again, the magic of fire, little heat, and I'm hoping I'll be able to take the bill and...
Wow.
Just like that. Now look, are there any tears?
There are
tears?
no tears at all.
And are these 2 cards, look at this, are they truly, examine that, you can take it in your hands.
They are stapled together, they are completely joined.
A small miracle thanks to fire, a small miracle. Now, let's take it a step further. I'm gonna show you a card trick, but it's not a card trick. It looks like a card trick, but it's actually a public service announcement. It is. The announcement is very simple. It's simply this: do not, when you're gonna work out, always make sure you warm up before you work out. Now, do me a favor, separate the 2 cards.
Pull them apart.
Pull them apart. This proves once again that they are...
I need to work out more. Okay.
There we go. And I'm gonna actually remove this staple as well, because I'm gonna have the 2 cards for your entertainment pleasure. They're gonna exercise together. Watch. Both cards, they go down, they touch their toes. Kind of weird, I know. I'm a Canadian, what can I say? They go back, they touch their heels. They bend in half, kind of going cross-eyed, I guess, Jonathan, you could say, and back this way. Now, notice, they're working out, but they forgot to warm up. So this is the risk of tearing muscles. Sometimes, even the risk, I don't like this part, of tearing ligaments. Now, my job, as a magician, the way I see it, Jonathan, is to try to restore things, to put the pieces back together. So look, I'm gonna take a bunch of the pieces, and I'm gonna just heat them up, a little bit there. And in fact, I'm also gonna use some static electricity. Luckily, I've got enough hair on my arms like a baby gorilla. So what I can do is hopefully take the pieces, take about half in each hand, rub a little bit there, and we should see that now, yes, the cards are still scarred and they're still hurt, but ladies and gentlemen, you can see both cards are now totally back together and completely examinable for you.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. Most kind. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Now, the last trick I'm going to do is a bit of a psychic connection between you and I.
Well, I felt it.
Okay, I know, it didn't last very long. Sorry about that part. I know. But and I'm going to use something that's kind of unusual. Along with the cards, I'm actually going to also use, I got it down here. Sorry, where did I put that? Oh, here it is here. It's a sparkler.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if
Where did you just pull this out of before I touch it?
I know. So let's say somewhere in the back. We'll just leave it very generic like that.
You've got to get it through customs somehow, haven't you?
Yeah, nice. Don't even bring up the customs official, please. I'm going to have him take a peek at a card. Now, very important. A lot of magicians do this. I want you to notice two things. Number one is the cards are all different. I want you to see that they're all different, my cards. It's a lot easier if they're the same card. A lot less practice, believe me. It really is. Okay, so, look, I'm going to spread out the cards.
Okay.
I want you to touch anyone you want.
Anyone?
Anyone, doesn't matter.
Okay, how about that one there?
Okay, now, I'm not even going to remove the card from the pack. I'm going to leave it sticking out of the middle of the pack, and we're not going to take it out, but I'm going to ask you to take a quick peek.
Okay.
A quick peek at the card. Remember, keep it in mind.
Okay, got it.
Will you remember it?
Yes.
The suit, the number, everything.
Yes, all of it.
Okay, all of it.
Remembered everything about that card.
Now watch, let's try this. I'm going to take the sparkler. He's thinking of a card.
Yes.
They were all different. Here we go, there we go. I know you want to sing happy birthday, right? You immediately want to sing it. But let's see, I'm going to try to find his card. I'm going to take and stick it right through. Oh, we're doing it. Yes, look. It's going through the middle of the deck, and I'm going to try to see if I can pull his one. It's burning my fingers. It's right like this. Look. Burnt right through every card except for one card. What was the card?
The card was the Jack of Spades.
You're sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I found the Jack of Spades.
Wow.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sankey, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, you know how this goes, Jay. Penn and Teller are going to have a little chat. They're going to think about it. Am I right in thinking that some of the things we just saw you do aren't like your standard trick? They're things that you have invented?
Yeah, inventing is I love performing, but ever since I was a very young kid, inventing has been a big part of who I am. So yeah, everything here is one of my original tricks. I'm not a big fan of sort of using other people's magic.
If you were to fool Penn and Teller, what does that do to your standing?
Well, it's super exciting. It's awesome. You go, well, these guys, yeah, they've seen it all, they've done it all, and they even have a show where, they see so many magicians try. So if you can pull it off, frankly, I think it might be a bit of a fluke.
Okay. They have a consensus. Whether or not it's right, we'll now find out. Penn.
Well, one of the things that magicians hardly ever bother doing, and it's to their detriment, is giving an overall theme. Just putting a candle in the middle of the table and saying this all has to do with fire is fabulous. Already we love you. I think you know that we know Rising Card, although you adding the candle to it is really, really nice. The staple thing of the bill between the cards, we saw a little bit of larceny at the beginning of this that helped you do that trick. I helped is maybe too weak a word, had you do that trick. But it was beautiful. I love the fact that you created it. One of the things I love the most is I love how you look when you show off the hair on your arms. You know what I'm talking about. I love that very much. Is
this a private moment that we should have private?
Yes.
It's a nice pose, isn't it?
He's being very gentle.
You look very, very good when you pose like that.
Thanks.
It's very attractive. Especially the way you held it out just like this. Remember that?
I tried, brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
I tried.
We have an idea that the Jedis were working with you on the final sparkler trick.
A little bit.
And I'm so happy that I can say this on TV, but I'm very happy, and maybe other people in your life are too, with the way you masked the gash. It was beautiful the way you masked the gash.
Whoa,
we loved the whole routine. It was really, really wonderful.
Thank you.
We don't feel anything completely fooled us, but boy, we loved you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very kind. Thank you. Thank you, Penn. Thank you, Ted.
So, Jay, let me just check. You're fairly confident that the things that Penn said, culminating in you masking a gash, he's all above board. He knows what you did.
Right.
And they busted you.
Yeah, my sense is that he's totally in the ballpark, and you know, we could be more articulate, more specific, but my sense is if Penn and Teller feel they're in the ballpark, they're probably in the ballpark.
They're probably right there in the diamond. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Let's say thank you to Jay Sankey for a great performance.
Thank you.
But you didn't manage to fool them.
Thank you.
Jay Sankey, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice job.
Thank you, guys.